They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I got 'em.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. My name is Mzu. Mzu I'm from King Williamstown, born and bred. That's where I grew up. I went to high school, Esijana, senior secondary school, and yeah, basically I'm a football player, an academic, and a good guy.
So when you said you're an academic, what qualifications do you hold?
I studied Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, specifically Animal Science. And then after that I went on and did my master's still in animal science, but now at bachelor's level you have to specialize, so I went and did the meat science, which is more or less food science. I had to kind of like monitor the kind of meat you guys eat. Is it good for you? Is it bad? What is the right thing? The fat ratio, all those things. The polyunsaturated fatty acids, saturated fatty acids, the tenderness, all those things. So I had to look at that, and yeah, it's been an interesting journey. I learned a lot. So that's where I'm at currently. At the moment, I took a break here. I graduated in May with cum laude for my master's. So yeah, so now I'm really having more like a gap year, chilled, trying to reflect and find myself and see if I want to go ahead and do a PhD or gain some work experience or start something afresh. But in the process of that, I opened a business. I'm a businessman now. So what I do in my business, it's called Master Academic Assistant. I assist people with their research, research writing, editing, all those things. My clients being academic staff, honor students, master students, even undergraduates, as well as college and even high school. I even tutored high schools. So really, it's been an interesting journey for me. That's where I'm at. Always busy, but enjoying the experience whatsoever.
What does being an academic mean for yourself and for your family?
Well, I think being an academic is first and foremost more like a basic thing that each and every one of us should have, something that you should have, especially in the modern world, 21st century. It's good. It means that you can think. Well, it proves to the world that you can think, even though you know you can think. You can be trusted, your intellectual capability can be trusted, and has been proven at an institutional level and sometimes international. So being an academic really means that I can literally interact with everybody, anywhere, and trust myself to do any project. I can literally adapt, that's what it means to me. Gave me the ability to think, learn new things. Really, it's been an exciting journey for me for self-actualization, self-growth, self-development, all those things. It also helps you discover who you are in the process. You may be doing, for instance, agriculture, and then in the process of doing that, you find that, you know what, I think I like media, and then you're like, okay, study a bit of media while doing agriculture. So it also helps you kind of like develop yourself as a person. Yeah, and for my family, what it means, it's like a big deal to them, guys. Okay, from where I come from, in King, as Lalini, more like in the Bundus, the rural areas, especially at home, I'm the first graduate, clean first graduate from high school and straight to varsity, all those things. I went to grade 12, did not do so well, so there's only one that actually holds a diploma. It's been a couple of years doing the diploma. I don't know, but I'm the only graduate that went from grade 12 straight to varsity, and apparently I'm doing well. People like it, and people are inspired by it. So it means a lot to them that, okay, we have a graduate in the house, someone that is educated according to them, and someone who can be more like an agent of change. So as my name implies, my name is Mzu, which basically means I need to kind of like change things at home, the situation financially and all otherwise. And so I think by being an academic, I'm kind of like following my destiny, as my name implies, really. Such a responsible name, jeez.
So, since you started your academic journey,
Mm-hmm.
what strengths or weaknesses would you say you have come to learn about yourself?
Myself,
Yes.
like I said, during your academic journey, you learn to discover new things about yourself. Especially during my master's journey, when I did my master's, it was a difficult journey. During my second year, when I had to submit, especially in November, January, that period, stressful. Of course, the supervisor was panicking. Dude, it was my work. And the colleagues were starting to be concerned, like, "So what's going on with him?" I had this one friend of mine, I was always talking to her, Nikita, telling her, "Listen, I will not submit because of pressure, or for the sake of submitting. I've always had this thing that I need to prove myself at master's level." At undergrad, I was like, my average was like 72 or something. So I didn't get a cum laude and I was hurt. And I was like, am I really not that good? So I had another opportunity to prove myself at master's level. So this was an objective from the get-go that, okay, you know what? By the end of my degree, I need to have gotten a cum laude. That was just the way, even when I registered, it was a self-objective or self-goal, whatever. So during the time when I had to submit, I felt like, no, this is good, but just good, you know. And people were like, you need to submit to graduate, get a master's. I was like, yeah, it's an exciting offer, guys. I mean, but this is permanent for me, and it's always been an obsession for the past 2 years. So I need to do it right, I guess. And so I held back, and people were like, are you mad? Time is running, all those things. And so I discovered that, you know what, I'm actually a perfectionist. During the journey, I discovered that, you know what, when I'm obsessed or addicted to something, I go after it, regardless of who I hurt in the process or who I disappoint. If I want something, I want it. And so I didn't submit on time. I submitted in January. I could have still made May, but I didn't, which is still fine. And in the third year, I had to perfect everything. And luckily, I did that and attained my objective. I got my cum laude. And so it was self-fulfilling, really, because it's always been a goal for me, like I said, for the past 2 years. So getting that and seeing that coming to life was really amazing. And when you start to see the people who were like doubting you now, seeing their face and they coming to congratulate you, their fake smiles, so it's quite amazing. So I learned that, you know what, I'm a perfectionist, but I also learned my weaknesses. You know, I take longer in terms of my research, because I try to proofread, I try to edit my work, I write and proofread and edit, all those things. Because I think it's mainly because I always try to give out the best in terms of what I write, and that may be time consuming. So I've been working on that in terms of my weakness, and that I care a lot. I don't like to see other people struggling, especially with basic stuff like your basic grammar and all those things. So I tend to help people, and that can be costly sometimes because I need to kind of like put my task on hold for a bit. But general research has taught me that, you know what, Mzu, you need to believe in yourself. I did, and it paid off. You need to be more organized. I'm still trying to do that. I don't know. So I've learned that, okay, you know what, I'm really getting there slowly but surely. I will learn. So research has taught me a lot of things, and that I need to be strong and patient, especially patience. I had to learn that the hard way. So research really has been an amazing thing for me.
What advice would you give to somebody who is considering pursuing a master's or a PhD?
I would say before the journey, you know what I did? I'll come back to the question. Surprisingly, people, when they look at me, they think this is more like a perfect kind of guy in terms of academics. He's clever, intelligent, all those things. But in 2009, I failed grade 12. And surprisingly, I was obviously 17 at the time. But I was happy to have failed because I knew deep down that I wasn't ready for varsity. And something told me that, dude, you're not ready. You're really not ready. And it's not because I failed, because I was stupid. I didn't have a physics and a math teacher with the basics, more of the majors for my career. I didn't have them, so I struggled a lot, really, and that kind of like resulted in my failure. And so back in 2010 January, I was like, now I'm ready. When the results came out, people say, you failed. I was like, no, I know that. I even told my teachers back then, after exams, I was like, no, I know I'm not ready. It's a thing, I'm not. They didn't understand it. I also didn't understand it. I still don't understand what does it mean not to be ready. But in 2010, I was like, you know what, this is the time. I then went and did my matric jacket. I wrote it at the back, time for a change. I was the only one with the matric jacket. All the guys looked sharp with the blazers and all that. I was like, you know what, I just wanted something different. It wasn't going to be different this year. And so the attitude changed, everything changed really. I started a group in January. Who does that? And we pushed until November. It was good. All of us, we were the only ones who passed with a bachelor, like a B, what they call a B at high school. The only ones in my group, and I was the only one who passed with what you call distinctions. I had a distinction for life sciences, life orientation, and I think English. I can't remember. Anyways, I told myself, like, you know what, Mzu, now is the time, and that's when I knew that I'm ready. And then I came to varsity. Remember, after my background of poor physics and math, I met my roommates. Those guys were just brilliant when it comes to math and physics. And I remember this one day we were trying to prepare for a test, and they would study on Sundays for Monday. I've been begging them for a week to study because I know my situation. They were like, no, dude. And then on Sunday we would study in the afternoon, and they were like, okay, we're solving for this X. And then, okay, we apply that rule, and then, okay, guys, let's look at the answer. Wait, what rule? Like, I didn't have the basics. I was terrible. So that kind of like affected my confidence and self-esteem really at first year. And for my first test, I got 32%. I failed physics. And funny enough, I was happy. I was happy that I got 32% because that actually meant to me that despite your poor background, 32% of the stuff at varsity level. Wow, so these things. And so I had to, that was a shift, a change of attitude. And then I used to listen a lot of Eminem for motivation. I use music as my source of fuel, man, when I'm going through some things. So I listened to Eminem. In my second test, I got 52. Exams, I got 64, 65. There were 2 physics. And then second semester, I got 91 and then 77. So the point is, there was a change of attitude. As soon as I accepted my situation, that, you know what, I need to be honest with myself. I don't know physics, but if I can make the necessary adjustments, I can learn and all that, I can do better. And then I did, and then I passed my first semester 60. Imagine, from someone who does not even know physics. And then second semester distinction, I was even better than my roommates. They're like mad at me, like, how did you do this, dude? All those things. It was in a healthy competition. So I discovered that, you know what, you can, what was the question again? I say all those things.
It would be, what advice would you give to someone?
Oh yes, that's where I'm going. I would literally say, despite your background, like a poor background, physics and failing grade 12, you just need to find a way to accept the situation, understand it. Okay, don't be in denial. Okay, you know what, I'm not good with numbers. Understand that, accept that, and then make the necessary adjustments. Like, try to, seek help. Talk to the right people, talk to the lecturer, talk to your group mates, identify that smart one, and listen to YouTube videos, study, do that. Do the necessary adjustments to improve the situation, but the most important thing is to understand the situation. Yeah, that's what I would say. And I would tell them to believe in themselves, really, because look where I'm at. I failed grade 12 in 2009. When I got to 4th year, I was a foundation student. You see, I did my degree of 4 years in 5 years because of the foundation program. And I was always foundation student, like those guys. And then I got my master's in cum laude, and most of the guys that were in the mainstream really didn't. So it's just about attitude, really. You just need to, like, you know what, I can do this, and most importantly, pray. I pray a lot, despite my hip hop, all those things, but I do pray a lot. Especially when I'm going through some difficult times, I pray. I kneel down. Literally, I can't write a problem statement. I'm like, God, help me. What do I do? I need to write this. It's needed tomorrow. I do not know. Help me. And then I would cry. Literally, I would cry. I remember this one time I was writing my master's dissertation, and I had the data with me. It was just too much. I didn't understand the data. I had to analyze. I had to interpret. I had to create a story. I had to make it flow. I had to make it nice. It was stressful. I went to the soccer field at one point at night. I just went there and I lost it. I cried. It was amazing. I cried, man. I was like, God, what's going on? You can't bring me this far and to leave me like this. So I cried. I couldn't write. I literally couldn't. I had the results. I interpreted them, but I couldn't write. I don't know what was going on. I felt like something was holding me. I thought there was an evil something there. So I prayed about it. Literally, when I looked at it a week later, I was like, I wrote the chapter. I'm done with the chapter. Literally, I'm done. But a week later, I'm like, I actually asked God for help, and then He helped me. So my journey, my master's journey, was more like God-based, if I might say. Yeah. So I would tell myself, any first year student, that you need to believe in yourself, accept your situation, and do something about it.
So, what is the one thing you wish someone would have told you about becoming an academic before you embarked on the academic journey?
I wish I would have been told that the truth that even with your qualification, you may still struggle to get an employment. Or I remember when I applied for agriculture, I was of the idea or impression that it's in demand, it's a scarce skill. So you, as soon as you get a degree, you get a permanent job and all that. But yeah, there is some form of employment. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's not as glam as people make it out to look. It's not as wow as, it's more like a deceitful perception. You are being deceived that okay, it's a perfect world out there, yet it's not. You just need to learn to hustle. They didn't tell us about the hustling phase. We just thought, okay, get a degree, get a job, simple. But you still need to, after a degree, you need to take it, say, I have a degree, yes, put it there, and then learn the hustling game now. We were never told about that. So we're in the process of learning that. Surprisingly, we've got amazing people that we can look up to. Just to name a few, there's a guy called Eric Thomas. He did his junior degree in 12 years. Imagine. He's now a billionaire. So just check him out on YouTube as well. DJ Mzu, South African local guys pushing. Really, we have a lot of people that we can look for inspiration. Yeah, I think had I been told that, you know what, a degree or a qualification is merely a step into understanding the situation, not understanding it in the sense that okay, a degree means you get a job. No, I wish I was told that, but I'm not regretful. I'm happy because I would have been the person that I am. I would have grown. It was also important to grow, and like I said, nothing tells you more than experience. If you want to learn something, unfortunately, you need to go through it, then you'll be a master in that. If you want to understand pain, you need to feel it, unfortunately. And then that's when you understand that pain is temporary, you need to endure for a certain time and then you get over it. But until then, you need to like literally be in there involved. So I'm happy with the process. I also discovered my strength. I am owning a business now, you see, because of this. I also discovered that I'm an adventurous kind of guy, ambitious. I'm in the process of going to the US. I've applied for an internship. It's promising. It may happen, it may not. I don't care. But the point is, you get to learn and discover new things about yourself. So I just wish I could have been told that life is not planned. You don't get a degree, get a job and all that, because it would be boring, really. It's just, I wish I would have been told that, okay, you get a degree and learn to live. It's more like a bird, a chick, then throw it there. Hopefully it can fly or it falls. So I'm still trying to find my way and then fly. Yeah. Basically.
If you were to speak to yourself as a first year student, what would you say to yourself?
Now, with my experience, I would say Mzu varsity has a lot of beautiful girls. Mzu varsity is a lot of fun, bash, sports. Varsity really is the best place to be. I would tell Mzu that, but I also tell him the dangers of indulging too much on such activities. I would tell him the importance of finding a balance. You need to play hard, but you also need to work very hard. You don't need to be a nerd. You don't need to be a bookworm. You just need to live, get alive, for crying out loud. Go out, have a few drinks with friends, even if it's alcohol or not. Have fun, dance, have fun. Come back on Monday, serious, academic, study for a test, get stressed. All those things, pass the test. After that, go involve yourself in a social, organization like Sunrise, whatever. Be involved in community, improvement or engagement or development, whatever they call it. Just live, survive, man. Don't live like a robot. Like, okay, school, library. That's not the life. Go to the gym. Get a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Get hurt in the process. Learn your strength about a person outside the academic sphere. Have fun, learn your weaknesses in the academic sphere. Accept that, okay, my classmate is very smart. Learn to deal with that competitiveness. Learn to deal with that jealousy. Learn to humble yourself and ask for help from him or her. So those are the things that you need to learn as a person, really. Just live a little, man, come on. But be of course, as you know, be responsible. Don't lose focus. You can be flexible about your strategies, but don't be adamant about your objective. Really, don't change it. That's what I would say. So.
Okay.
Is that the end of the interview?
We are done.
Okay. Okay.
You want to continue?
I don't know. I just want to say, well, thank you for the opportunity. It's been a pleasure. I think you're doing a wonderful job. Yeah. Honestly, obviously, I know you told me that you are talking with some people who are very influential, and hopefully, you after watching this, you can create your own YouTube channel. Sesethu, do that, and then put all the videos out there, because really our stories could change people's lives. That's your job now. You need to get us out there, get the most inspirational people out there to inspire people, because the most relevant inspiration will be someone who you can look up to and touch, who is at your reach. I'm not talking about someone who's in America. I'm talking about a guy from King, from the rural areas. A guy that you can literally WhatsApp, a guy that you can talk to, and a guy that you can ask for advice. Those are the kind of people that inspire me, you see.
You're gonna make me cry.
But honestly, you're doing a good job, and keep it up. God bless you.
No.
And thank you so much for the opportunity. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was nice sharing my story with you.